Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. Today we're discussing the Omega Seamaster Aqua Terra annual calendar. You can see this 43mm stainless steel Aqua Terra annual calendar on our website. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you enjoy these videos, and please click on the card in the upper right hand corner of the screen at any time during this video to see our full sales listing for this watch with additional accessories included in the sale, high resolution images for your desktop, and naturally complete pricing details for this Seamaster Aqua Terra annual calendar. That's the card click up in the right. Now you can see on my wrist 6 1/3 inches, 16 centimeters in circumference. This is the larger Aqua Terra annual calendar. The other one is 38.5, but the 43 feels more natural for this sporting complication. You'll see on my 16 centimeter wrist it wears well. The leg-to-leg dimensions are compact. For its size, 51.5 millimeters horizontal across the wrist is quite reasonable, meaning this watch could be worn even on a smaller wrist than mine. I would say down to 15 centimeters in circumference. It also holds up well against a large wrist thanks to the strength of the beveled case lines. In terms of thickness, it's actually not as thick as it looks. It has a tall bezel, but it's only 14.5 millimeters and sloped on its flanks, so all but the tightest dress cuffs should ride up and over the edge of this case. Now it's hefty. There's no doubt that with a substantial, deep case, a large bezel, a substantial strap, and a full clasp, the watch is going to have impressive mass on the wrist. It feels like a premium timepiece and it has a strap to match. The strap is thickly bolstered. It features a matte finish, dark gray, rectangular scale alligator leather with folded edges. It also has a monotone dark gray or black stitch. It is borderline between the two. One might call it anthracite, as well as the ubiquitous Omega twin trigger single fold deploy and clasp that actually features a strap minding system. So excess strap tucks under the clasp, so when closed it has a very clean aesthetic and there's no need for strap minder loops on the remainder of the strap itself. Now, the case is the classic beveled form that we know well from the Omega Seamaster and Speedmaster Professionals. There's a little bit of a shoulder about the crown, and the bevel acts as a contrasting element both to the strong horizontal case lines and to the satin finish of the case flank. The bevels are nicely sloped and tapering, all of high polish. Transitioning to the case hoods, they give way to a full polished conical bezel framing a teak deck concept dark gray dial. Now you can see the teak deck concept, something Omega introduced in the Aqua Terras in 2009, features vertical striations and it lends substantial definition to the broad expanses of dial that are otherwise unadorned by scripts, logo, or applied indices. There's a 60-second track outboard that makes it easy to time individual seconds. This is not a Seamaster Professional in as much as it does not have a rotating dive style bezel, but nevertheless it has phenomenal surf and turf competence, looking just as at home on the deck of a yacht as it does in the dining hall of the yacht club. And thanks to the large applications of superluminova, it is quite easy to read in any light. It's a beautifully balanced complication. An annual calendar requiring correction only once per year in the jump from February to March, it manages to array all of its complexity in two framed windows at 3 o'clock. Now, the caliber does feature a double quickset. It doesn't feature the usual travel time hour hand like the caliber 9300 and 8500 derivatives normally do. This one features a true double quickset for rapidly correcting both the month and the date, and of course it is a COSC certified Swiss chronometer, so extremely accurate. It's also blessed with hacking seconds, such that you can synchronize the watch with stop seconds precisely to a reference time. Water resistant to 100 meters, put it on a textile or rubber strap and you'll have absolutely no trouble swimming with it in safety for all applications short of professional diving. The 150-meter case surrounding a caliber 8601 bidirectional winding 55-hour power reserve twin mainspring barrel Omega brand exclusive coaxial escapement chronometer. So the coaxial escapement, designed by the late Dr. George Daniels, being a high efficiency escapement that beats at a unique 25,200 vibration per hour beat rate that's specific to the movement. The 8500 series, on which this is based, very robust, designed from the base plate up as a coaxial. It's effectively Rolex tough, but with more power reserve and a more fascinating technological backstory. Of course, we showed that it has hacking seconds, and you can see that it has a free-sprung index and a dual-anchored balance bridge. Both of these features make it tougher. It also has a silicone hairspring, which makes it resistant to magnetism. And of course, you can see with the gorgeous arabesque coat across bridges and winding rotor, it's also interesting to look at. This is a timepiece that could very easily be your one watch. complicated with a calendar function that you could quite literally use daily in any line of work. It's also tough and water resistant with enough elegance to hold up against any formal attire. You can see and you can purchase this Omega Seamaster Aqua Terra annual calendar on our website.